Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK. Sorry, I got interrupted by the postman, so I had to come off. I wanted to do this in one video, but it's obviously not going to be planned that way. So yeah, anyway, I was just showing you how to make this wrist corsage, and we got just as far as wiring this this lovely piece of wire for our base. And what I want to do now is show you how to put the flowers on. So what I normally do is I organise my flowers in groups, okay, of the different kind of flowers that they are. Because if you don't do that, I find that you're going to find it difficult to pick out what you want, because you've only got one hand to do it, okay. So then what I like to do, well, what you could do is you could measure down from the top of your loop. I measure about 5 centimeters, okay, and that is where your first flower will be. And it all depends how many flowers you got, and and how big your wrist is as well, as to what you do there. So then I'm going to put the rose on first, and I'm going to take the tape, put it behind the rose and the actual base, and I'm going to pull and twist that tape so that rose stays on, okay. And basically you just need to go just below the head of that rose, okay, because you don't want this sticking up too much. See what I mean? That's broken. Can't believe that's broken off. That's what you don't want to happen, okay. You don't want that to happen. And that was quite a strong head as well. Don't use dodgy roses for your wrist corsages. We will get this done eventually. If I have to go back and stop it 1,000 times, we will get this done. Okay, so we're just measuring from the top around about 5 centimeters. Doesn't have to be exactly. Bring your rose head down, and you want to basically bring that floral tape around the bottom of your head like that, and just attach it on like this, okay. So you can see where that's attached like that. Okay, you can come a little bit lower if you want to, but I like to do it like that, maybe a little bit lower sometimes. Okay, so then we're just going to take the next flower. I like to start with a small flower at the top, okay, and then bigger ones as I'm carrying on. And I like to make these as close as possible to one another, because once you bend this wire, you're going to get these gaps in between, okay. Really you don't want too many of those gaps. Okay, so I like to bring that quite close, as close as I can. I'm going to drag that down a bit more, as close as I can to the flower above. Okay, and we just basically work our way along the wire, doing the same with each one. So this one we put on the other side like this, okay, and just wind our tape around like that. As you can see, I'm just winding it around the bottom there, and just as you're going, see how that's going to sit on your wrist, okay. See how that's going to sit on your wrist. You might want it a different shape. If you do, you might want to put your flowers in different positions. It depends. Okay, so then we're going to basically, I'm going to take a rose and I'm going to put that here, just here like this, and just basically just bring the gutter tape round, okay, like this, and just sit that on there. You can see how that looks there. You might want to pull that up a bit, or you could do, if you're not sure where that, you can move that rose, you can just take, you can take that gutter tape out if you want, and you can just basically move that up a bit if you want to, okay. Nothing is permanent in this project, okay, nothing is permanent. You can just go back. It's a bit like when you're doing jewellery making and things like that. So that is going to, you really want to make sure, you have to be careful with how you do this, okay. It depends how you want. You might want your flowers to lie down a bit more, then you might do them a bit further apart, okay. So that's that, and then you just basically just keep going, and I'm going to put one in here, one flower in here, So it's how you want them. You just position them how you want them to be. You might say, just maybe put another one in there. Okay. But I really don't like these stems to be too long. If they're too long, you get a lot of gaps. Like I was saying, you get lots and lots of gaps. Okay, so we really wanted to put that one in somewhere. So we put that in there like that. Okay. Now, perhaps I should have put another one in the top, but there we are. Can you see how that's going to actually sit? And you might want to bring those two flowers up a bit more. So you might go back and you might think, do you know what? I really want those to sit a little bit further up, or you might want to maybe move that down. So you can kind of just move things how you want to, just how you want to. Just make sure they're all on securely. Okay, like that. And as I come this side, what I like to do is make these stems a little bit shorter. Make them sit a little bit flatter as I'm coming down here. I would just put another one maybe in there, like that. I don't know though. It's hard to know it's hard to do it when you're filming. It really is difficult doing it when you're filming. But bear with me, okay? Bear with me. We've got 3 in here. We've got 3 of these flowers in here. It's what we want. And you can see if you just fold that over, can you see how that gap starts to form? And you don't really want that. So you want to just kind of, you could actually feed some more flowers through there if you wanted to, but you can actually move, you can actually move that out. You can move these flowers around. Once they're on here, you can move them around because they're on wires, okay? So that's how you can do it. Should we put another flower in there? Let's put another. I always like to have at least 2 or 3 of the same flower. That's what I like to have. So we just basically and I want that gutter tape to come a bit higher, so just snap that off and just basically just put that a bit higher up on that flower there, like that. And I think that works. I think that really works. I hope I was in shot doing all that. I really do. Okay, so that works. Okay, so you can see at the back how neat that can be. Okay, all right, and basically you can make that, you don't have to make it that wide, depends how you want it to be. So I'm going to leave that like that, and then what I do is I go down here and I cut these stems off short. Okay, cut them all short, and just basically, I like to cut them right underneath really, but I'm going to do it like that because I might want to use those flowers again, but you would normally cut them a little bit shorter. And just basically wind that down, and this is where you decide how long you want your corsage to be. Okay, so just bring that round, and you might think, okay, I want that to be just a bit longer or a bit shorter. And I'm actually thinking I might want that to be a bit shorter, but at least you can cut that off if you want to, there. And then you can just basically wind that round like that, and that is your wrist corsage finished. Okay, and that, actually I've cut that too short. That's great. That's why I leave that bit on the end, but yeah, you want that to be obviously a bit shorter than that, but that does actually do up, okay, a bit longer than that. My wrists are very small, that doesn't fit me obviously because I cut it too short, but yeah, if you cut it too short, you might have to start again. You could add a piece of wire, maybe, and do it like that. So yeah, and as you can see, you can just move those flowers where you want it, okay? You can move those flowers wherever you want them. So do let me know what you think about this project. This was something that someone asked me to do, And to be honest with you, it's been a while since I've done this. No, actually, I did do one. Don't tell a lie. I'm telling a lie to you now because it's not. I was. I did this for a communion. I did one of these for a communion, but she didn't choose this. The lady actually chose a snap band instead. But I did create these ones as samples for a communion. Okay, so yeah, that should be a bit longer, but it does work. You can see that does work, but because I've cut it shorter. But you just want it to sit. You want it to sit right on your wrist. So really the skill is getting those flowers to look like they're sitting on your wrist like that. Okay then, so yeah, do let me know what you think of this project, and yeah, do measure your wrist to make sure it's the right size, or it's the right size for whoever you're making it for. Okay, so yeah, okay then, so over and out. I will be doing more projects. I'll be doing doing a wrist corsage like this, where you glue it on, which is a bit easier if you want to do it that way. Okay, and I will see you again soon. Okay then, and don't forget to press the like and comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. Okay then, so I'm just going to show you these different ones. Okay, how different that looks to this one. It's quite close to that one actually, because I did actually use this one as to copy this one. So yeah, all right then, yeah, okay then, bye bye for now, and thanks all for your support.